Good evening, everybody. How you doing? James and Angela, living life on the road. And tonight's video is brought to you by hashtag Cafe Latida. They're located on US 1, right there in Sebastian, Florida, about 15 miles north of Vero, just to give you a reference. And tonight we're going to talk a little bit about how we initially got started with even thinking about going full time. And that happened because my lovely wife here, she's already smart, but this was really a great find by her. I was very skeptical at first, but she kept on me. We checked it out. And so I'm going to let her tell you a little bit about the person that we found this out about, and then we'll go into some detail. Go right ahead.
Okay, sweetheart, thank you. Hi, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. And um, this happened about 3 years ago before we got on the road. I started watching a lot of the YouTube. And while I was watching the YouTube, I saw an interview that Bob from RV Living, cheap RV Living. I don't know if you could see that, but he had a lady he was interviewing, and he does mostly van life and boondocking, but he also gives information that all of us can use. So he's definitely a good reference if you're starting out or if you just need some general information. But he had this woman talking about Thousand Trails, and I told James about it, and he was very skeptical in the beginning. He didn't think it was true, but I knew we had to find some way that was cheaper than just paying full price for uh
Our monthly rent
right
bills,
for our monthly
month to month bills.
right to because we're on a fixed income. We had to find a way to be able to afford this lifestyle. And when
Or any lifestyle for that matter.
that's true, but we're living a life that we really do enjoy and love. And anyway, so she started talking about Thousand Trails. So I went to their website, I called them up, I found out all the information. Then James called them, and they offered their different packages that they had, and we picked a package that was at in the beginning wasn't the right package because we needed one that went from park to park, because they do have limited time that you can stay in there in the park. So it's great because you have free water, you have free electricity, you have dump, and you have the resort amenities. And that is all a really plus. And for us, we don't have what do they call for like to generators or things like that. So for us, the RV park was, the safety of it and everything was very appealing. And so that's what we decided to go for. And I highly recommend, if you want that lifestyle. I mean, I know some people like the boondocking, but for us, we have boondock. Even though we didn't have generators or anything, it is tough. So we wanted a way to have a regular where we can park, we'll know where we're going to be for 3 weeks. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I do. Let me take a half a step backwards real quick. When she first told me about this, I was pretty skeptical, because of the pricing, right? I think it's probably safe to say, just as a ballpark in general, if you're paying $500 to $700 a month, 800, probably more in some places. But for it to all be included at under $450. I spilt the water.
Oh,
For it to all be included at under $450 for all of the amenities, I was like, maybe there's some kind of catch. So we quit even talking about it for a couple of months. And then I went back and re looked at it. And that's when we really got into the details with them, because they pay everything, right?
yeah, they
Yeah,
do.
you don't have to cut your own grass.
Mm-hmm.
They cut the grass. Uh, what? You got to take your trash over to the trash can, but yeah, your water, electric, sewer, uh, everything is included for under $450 per month, and you go anywhere throughout the country.
And what's really great too is that you can reserve, like ours, we can reserve 90 days. And also, if it's a regular 1,000 trail, not an encore, 180 days.
That's in
So, in
advance.
advance. So, that's also a plus. And we've had situations where there were hurricanes and we had to move out of the area we were going to, and we were able to get another park because of the network. So I highly recommend that. Um, the Thousand Trails Network, the way they work, it works for us. I know some people say, well, we didn't get this or we didn't get that, but for us, we've been very fortunate that the parks that we've gone to have been really good parks, and we really have enjoyed them thoroughly. Like the one in Alabama was really a nice park.
Oh
It's
yeah, I mean we've
beautiful.
already been to 7 states, but
Mm-hmm.
and we're not just talking about Thousand Trails. Just I mean they're not paying us to talk about them, not yet. Hopefully someday we'll get them as a sponsor. We do have one, but uh, we would recommend you go with some kind of a package with some company, whoever that might be, because you're going to get a better deal. Like, say, anybody in this park that's not with the package, they pay roughly, because I don't know everybody's business, they pay like $80 to $175 per night. Yes, per night. So we pay 450 or under per month. So we figured I think it's about $15 a day, and so it's a no brainer. I mean, some places $1,000 a month, and then you still got to pay your own electric and everything else. So it's definitely a deal. Uh, but especially if you want to live the lifestyle.
Of
But
travel.
yeah, even if you didn't want to travel, you can still save a lot of money and have living in general, park to park, a lot less expensive than living at $1,000 a month RV.
Yeah, for sure. And then you get your perks because you figure after 5 years, we will only have the maintenance, which is like $98, and it's completely paid off.
Right, which
So means that we'll only be paying $98 per
and
month.
yes, instead of the 450, that 450 goes away. Yes, the 450 goes away. That is correct. You're hearing me right.
And the other thing is that once you pay it off, you can either give it to your kids if you no longer want to do it, or you can also sell it. So if you can sell it for 12,000, 9,000, it's like you also, in addition, you can get money back. Let's say you don't want to do this lifestyle anymore. Well, guess what? at the end of the time, you have that money, you can sell it, and then you can use that money to find a location where you do want to be.
So the new person, here it is a different way. When we're done, and right now we're what, 3 years in?
Mm-hmm.
So we have 4 more years to go. We're almost halfway exactly. We're a little over 3 years in. When we're done, we'll just do the 98, or even if prices go up to, 105 or whatever it may be. When that's done, that's like owning your home, because it's like being part of a country club, right? You can say, hey, I want to put this up for sale, and we want $10,000 for it. And what you get is, you don't have a monthly rent. You'd pay that $98 a month, but the 450 you wouldn't pay, because you just paid us cash. So that's yours now. It's in your hip pocket. Now you own the package, right? You also get uh, cabins. They have cabins that you can get if you want to. Like next year, we're going to San Antonio. Cabin sleep six. We're going to pay $95 for the whole week, and six of us are going to go. That's it. 95 bucks. Now, yeah, we got to pay to get out there, but that's one of the perks. We also get, what is it?
Cruise.
$500 on the cruise.
Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, we're fixing to go on a 11-day, 10-night, 11-day cruise. Oh, yes, we can't wait. We're about 18 days out. We're going to um, Dominican Republic, St. Kitts, Barbados, St. Martin, St. Martinique. There's like 7 islands, and they paid $500 of that cruise. Last year we went on one. We paid $98 out of our pocket for a three night 4 day cruise.
Mm-hmm.
3 nights, 4 days, under $100. Now we eat that much food, right? I don't eat a whole lot. You can tell I'm pretty skinny, but still, for 4 days, that's $25 a day for each person, or 25 together.
Yeah,
It's
together.
$12.50 a person per day, and so what's that? $4 a meal, and it's an awesome deal. You got to at least investigate it and check it out, because we were highly skeptical, but we're so happy.
Right. And then another way, if you do like to boondock, another place that we tried in the beginning and we did enjoy it, but again, that's only when we're traveling distance, and we found that it was unique, it was different, and um the service was for us to stay at a location, like we stayed at the vineyard.
Yeah, the vineyard. Oh my
Yeah.
God, it was great. 20 acres.
Hmm.
You open up your door, it's all vines. And the video's in there on our YouTube page.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly where it's at, but it's there. If you go in and check it out, you will find it. It is there.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, it was in
And it
South
was
Carolina.
right. And it was I forgot the name of the
Hostess
yeah,
Hotel.
hostess. Oh my gosh, we forgot. We didn't
Oh
write
my
it down.
gosh. Yeah, it was hostess.
Ugh,
Anyway, it's free. They do, of course, suggest that it would be nice if you would purchase something from them. Like we bought a couple of bottles of wine staying at Harvest Host.
Harvest Host. That's what it's.
Harvest Host.
Harvest Host.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you.
we bought a couple of bottles of wine,
Yeah.
hung out. They showed us, walked us through, showed us how the
Yeah.
whole winery gets going, from where they pick up the grapes, well, they take care of them, then they pick them, they bring them in, they put them in the bottle, however, all that works.
Yeah.
Um,
And we went to a farm, which was a
yes,
unique situation.
yeah, it was a real working farm with
Yeah.
goats and chickens and pigs. Oh my God, them pigs stunk. Ooh, the hogs, longhorn
Mm-hmm.
cows, horses. Uh, what they had like six of those big gigantic dogs that help rustle in
Yeah. The
all the animals and keep them up there.
yeah. But Harvest Host is also another way if you want to have that experience of traveling, and it is free. I mean, you do pay Harvest Host a price. I don't know now what they're charging, but we did do that for a year, and it was mainly when we were traveling, and we did enjoy it. But as far as stay, I still recommend Thousand Trails above everything else because we had to boondock, and this way we don't.
And there are different levels of the packages.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to try to act like I know the name. She knows a lot more than me because, yeah, this is the captain. Just like she runs that, she books us, she knows where we're going 90 days in advance. But we'll just say there's level one, two, three, four, whatever. And so you get different uh, amounts to stay based upon that level, which changes your cost. But what we have found for the under 450, we stay for 3 weeks, then we move to the next site, and sometimes we get to go like just back and forth if there's another site pretty close. Uh, or you can take off and say go from here out to Las Vegas, go over by the Grand Canyon, you stop by San Antonio, you go, there's like four corners, right? North, south, east, and west. Right now we have the southeast package, uh, but we were on a package that you would stay, how long? 2 weeks.
Yeah, that one, and then you had to be a week off the system. So
Yeah,
that
completely
package
gone.
was not what we could do since we knew we wanted to go um, travel and go full time on this.
Yeah, because if when you're out of the system, if you're not on this package and you're paying that full rate, it's like $400 a week if you're lucky for 1 week.
Yeah, it could be
But
quite costly.
with this one, we moved up, and the 3 weeks you go from one park to the next, and you do not have to set out. So we just move, then we move, then we move, and it's really not that terrible. I mean, we've got this down pretty good, huh?
Yeah, and
What we can break it down and
we do it. You usually do start a week before, just slowly putting little things, and then when we move, it's usually rather close that I make sure that the driving isn't too much. I mean, this last time we did drive a little bit because we take the back roads, so we go nice and slow, which is really nice because we get to see different things also when you take the back roads versus 95.
oh yeah,
But
like in Alabama. Remember, in Alabama, we were just cruising down the road, and they had this little da 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 pull over and check it out. So we went to check it out. Oh my God, you'd be amazed. It's the original jailhouse from like 18 whatever in the year, and it was just sitting right there. You could walk in for free, check it out. And these are, living life on the road. These are awesome things that you get to do completely free. But
Mhm.
it had the whole jail outfit, and yeah, you'd be amazed to cut down on anybody trying to saw their way out. They weren't as sophisticated back then, but the police knew, the sheriff, they knew people tried to get out. So they get in a little hacksaw. Well, the police took and put nails every inch in the whole jail. So if you tried to get a hacksaw up in there, you'd run into that nail every inch and it would mess up your hacksaw. But it was cool. Yeah, what we seen plantations, we seen waterfalls, rivers, hiking trails.
And by staying 3 weeks in one location, you really have a chance to go to different places and explore. And we always love to go to
Yeah,
explore because you never know what you'll find, right? And then we get to meet new people. And sometimes, like now that we've been traveling more in certain locations, we see people that we've seen before.
yeah.
So,
We're like, hey, what's up?
yeah,
Yeah,
so
we're back.
after a while, you get, like with anything, you get to know people and you get friendly.
Yeah, it's kind of like a neighbor.
Yeah,
Only you might only see them twice a year.
right. But it's a lot of fun. So it's something to look into if you're either already been traveling and looking for a way to save money um, and still travel. That's a perfect way. So, James, did you have anything else to
No,
add?
I was just going to let everybody know, please be sure reach out to us in the comment section. We also, in our bio, we have our email. Feel free to reach out, say hey, ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
Our phone number's in there. If you'd rather like call and talk, we're open to that. We definitely want to help you. Uh, we're going to do a series on this because there's a lot of things that are very helpful for you. Like particular tools. Some people might think, oh my God, I need all these different kinds of tools. Some things you need, some things maybe not so much. So, anyway, reach out to us, talk to us, ask any questions, and we'd be happy to talk to you.
And thank you so much. And please comment, subscribe, and like. And we'll see you next time with another conversation.
All right, everybody, take care. Peace.